chair opposite my desk. "So," he prompted, "what's with the face?" I rubbed the back of my aching neck. "The usual. Money." Carlos leaned forward, bracing his arms on his knees, his easy smile gone. Most people never saw Carlos without a smile. Between us, Carlos was considered the happy one, those big brown puppy eyes of his drawing ladies in like honey to bees. He played up the role with ease, hiding a dark interior almost no one knew about. That he trusted me enough to show his true self now and then was something I'd never take for granted. "No change?" he asked. "Not enough. I'm behind on the mortgage payments by a few months. Bank is breathing down my neck." "What about this Kyle Garrett?" 6 months ago, a guy named Kyle Garrett approached me about buying the gym. After looking into him, Carlos and I found out he was a big real estate mogul, buying up property all over Boston and the East Coast, and turning it into swank condos and housing developments. I'm not that desperate. Okay, I was, but this place had been everything to me growing up. It was filled with ghosts of my past, and while some of them were painful, others kept me going. All I had to do was walk through the gym and I'd remember. The juice bar in the lobby where Mom would greet Jake, Carlos, and me after school with banana shakes and a big smile. Studio B where Jake and I took our first punches and truly learned why boxing was the sweet science. My brother Dean and I used to hide under Dad's desk and play spy, which was to say, Dean would play spy and I'd humor him. That was until the day my parents split into the office for a quickie and didn't know we were under there. Some memories aren't pretty, but they were mine, and they were all I had left. I wasn't about to lose that too. Carlos sighed. "You know, if you got back into the game, I could set up a match." No. It wasn't a shout, but it damn near felt like one in my head. A cold sweat broke out on my lower back, and I glared at Carlos. He damn well knew I was out of boxing, for good. His expression was empathetic. "Look, man, I know, but I don't think Jake would want—" I said no. Just thinking about Jake opened a hole in my chest. Best friends from the cradle, closer to me than my own meathead brother, we'd had each other's backs. Both fighters, both headed for greatness. Hell, we had greatness in our palms, until an unlucky hit to the temple ended his life. A greasy lump of horror and shame slid down my throat. Losing him was hard enough. Knowing that Dad lost a crap ton of money because he'd bet on Jake and lost tainted every memory I had of both of them, of boxing. Jake had left behind his wife Marcy and their baby girl Rose. Hell, I'd grown up with Marcy, and I hadn't seen her and Rose in months. Every time I did, guilt and grief crippled me for days. "I'm done with that game," I told Carlos, though I shouldn't have to. He knew I was done. The urge to scrub my skin rode me. I showered 2 hours ago, but I felt unclean, sticky with regret and rage. Dad's shame had somehow transferred onto me, and I couldn't rid myself of it. His smile was wary. "Yeah, I know, but this gym is all I have, too. It goes, and we all lose our home." I couldn't sit there anymore. Lurching up, I paced the small space. "We need to bring in more business. No, what we need is a sponsor. And a fucking miracle." Carlos rubbed his chin and watched me pace. "That could work, but what would the draw be?" "Fuck if I know." My chest sagged with a sigh. "Tax write-off? The joys of helping inner-city youths?" Dark humor lit Carlos's eyes. "Your lack of enthusiasm isn't exactly selling me here." "Because I'm no good at bullshitting. I'm a shit salesman." "That you are, bro," said a voice from the door. Dean, my baby brother, an expert bullshitter, lounged in the doorway. I honestly didn't know how the fuck we were related. First off, instead of wearing jeans and a shirt like any other guy here, he was dressed in a 3-piece suit that I knew cost more than his rent. Rent that I paid, the little pissant. Secondly, he was too fucking pretty. From grade school on, girls cooed over his blue eyes and sandy hair. Prince fucking Charming. I pushed away the thought that he looked like